Good afternoon. Please be seated. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the Class of 2028 White Coat Ceremony, actually my first. My name is Dr. Fred Wondesford, and I serve as the Dean of the College of Medicine, Phoenix. I would like to extend a warm welcome to our new students on behalf of our college and the Phoenix family. I would also like to welcome all of the parents, loved ones, and friends who have joined us today. Students, family, and guests, our medical school is blessed to have strong leaders and champions, some of whom are in the audience today. While not every member of our staff and faculty could be with us for the ceremony, please know they are lending their full support. We are committed to preparing you to take your place as the next generation of physicians. I would especially like to acknowledge the members of the admission committee, you probably would too, who had the challenge of selecting 130 members of the class of 2028 from nearly 6,000 highly qualified applicants. Let's give them a round of applause. I'm also honored to introduce some of the college's senior leaders and my esteemed colleagues. Leaders, would you please stand when you hear your name and remain standing? I would first like to introduce Dr. Kelly T. Saunders, our Alumna speaker. Dr. Saunders is the program director of UA College of Medicine, Phoenix's OB/GYN residency program at Banner University, Phoenix, and alumna of the class of 2014. Dr. Kupferman is the Senior Vice President of the Physician Enterprise and President of Banner University Medical Division. Next, I am proud to present the distinguished members of the Platform Party. Leaders and special guests, would you please rise and remain standing after your name is called. Dr. Renita Sharma, Executive Vice Dean of the College of Medicine, Phoenix. Dr. Glenn Fogarty, Vice Dean of Undergraduate Medical Education. Dr. Irene Alexandraki, Senior Associate Dean of Undergraduate Medical Education. Dr. Stephanie Briney, Associate Dean of Student Affairs. Dr. Lisa Grimaldi, Associate Dean of our Foundational Curriculum. And Dean Francisco Lucio, Associate Dean of Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion. Thank you to our leaders and special guests. Please be seated. Class of 2028, the memory of receiving your first white coat will hold a special place in your hearts for years to come. I definitely remember my first white coat ceremony. It was my only. The white coat ceremony crystallizes the responsibilities you accept as you enter the study of medicine, one of the noblest professions. It also marks the beginning of your epic journey of discovery and transformation. You will discover the science and humanism of medicine, the distinct attributes of each medical specialty, the importance of community and culture in healthcare, the reward of following your passion, the role of research in our ability to understand and treat disease, and most importantly, you will discover things about yourself. Each of you has your own why for choosing a career in medicine and a unique path that led you here. The experiences ahead will transform you from a talented, carefully selected student into a skilled and compassionate physician. But your why and your community, including your classmates and loved ones supporting you today, will sustain you. Every student and physician is indebted to the emotional, intellectual, psychological, and financial support from loved ones, friends, teachers, and mentors. We're all grateful for their unwavering support. Students, please join me in expressing gratitude to those who have given you unwavering support, including those who are not here today. Parenthetically, I have 2 daughters in medicine, so I've been to both of their white coat ceremonies, and that was always the part that I liked, that I got thanked for our unwavering support. At the College of Medicine Phoenix, our mission is to inspire and train exemplary physicians, scientists, and leaders to optimize health and health care in Arizona and beyond. We have an extraordinary group of partners, faculty, and staff who share our mission. Medical school is hard, as you're starting to realize. Sometimes it may feel more like a gauntlet than a journey of discovery. I want you to know that we will be there throughout this journey. Your training will not only prepare you to treat and prevent the biological causes of disease, it will also prepare you to address the social conditions that contribute to illness. When you put on your white coat today, you promise to uphold the noblest tenets of the medical profession. Every time I don my white coat, I am reminded of the role I have accepted and the responsibilities that come with it. We are excited to welcome you into the profession. We are all committed to your being lifelong students of medicine and science in the service of patients. It is important for you to recognize the support of the people of Arizona, the Arizona Board of Regents, our college's clinical partners whose financial and institutional support has made it possible for you to grow in your knowledge, skills, and professionalism at our college. The success of our alumni in their chosen specialties is the true measure of a performance as a medical school. We would call it evidence-based medicine. I am delighted to introduce Kelly T. Saunders, MD, as our alumna speaker. Dr. Saunders is the program director, as you've heard, of the UA College of Medicine Phoenix's OB/GYN residency program at Banner. She helped grow the program as the associate director for several years and was recently named a program director. Congratulations, Dr. Saunders. She is also a proud alumna of the class of 2014. Dr. Saunders earned a Master's of Public Health alongside her medical degree, an option you have. She completed residency in OB/GYN at UA College of Medicine Phoenix and later finished fellowship in an integrated medicine activity with the UA College of Medicine Tucson. She is a consummate student of medicine, ally to patients, and mentor to future physicians. She also serves as the associate clinical professor in OB/GYN, so you may get to train with her during your clerkship rotations. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Saunders to the podium.
Thank you. Okay, we'll take that there. Hello and welcome, University of Arizona College of Medicine Phoenix, class of 2028. I'm honored to be here with you today for this momentous ceremony marking the start of your medical doctorate. To the Dean, thank you very much for your kind invitation to speak today. I hope not to disappoint. I'm going to go with the paper instead of the teleprompters. When they first asked me to give this talk, I thought, I am not a distinguished expert or speaker with decades of knowledge to impart upon you today. So I asked them, well, what do you want me to talk about? And they said, you, talk about your story. In this area, I am the expert. So take notes because there will be a quiz. This may be the first of many lectures or talks where you choose to zone out for some or ignore all of it. However, I hope you'll take some bit of information or nugget to put in your pocket for later as you embark upon this arduous journey that we call medical education. Speaking of pockets and nuggets, Tip number 1, snacks. Always keep snacks in your white coat pocket. Some clinical days are long and hard, and you don't know when mealtime may come. And most hospital food is sus. Sorry. I sat in your seats 14 years ago, though our ceremony was down the street at the Virginia Piper Auditorium, where you've already spent some time, and our class size was much smaller. Our campus was much smaller. Though smaller, it was no less intimidating. And the echoes of my newborn in the back row and my toddler running up and down these formal aisles was quite stressful. You see, I was 5 weeks postpartum with the youngest of our 2 boys. My excitement and trepidation was palpable. It had been 6 years since I'd been a full-time student. As he said before, I graduated a long time ago, Arizona State University for my undergraduate in 2004. My path to medicine was neither straight nor short. For many of you, your desire to become a physician has been held throughout your lifetime with a steadfast commitment that led you to this very moment. And for others, it was a calling that you found along the way. For me, it was a bit of both. I grew up in a small town in the hills of Arkansas, and my father, a lawyer, he always told me I ought to be a doctor when I grew up. And as a precocious young woman, I, of course, was determined to be anything but. Tip number 2, seek the wisdom of more experienced folks, because sometimes your elders are right. So in pursuit of my obstinance, I followed my wandering interests, did things that challenged me. I received a bachelor's in mathematics and minored in Japanese and women's studies. I sold wedding dresses and danced in competitive Latin ballroom. It was later that I found medicine through personal experiences. Like many of you, a physician caring for you or a family member touched your life. For me, this occurred during my mother's battle with breast cancer, and a spark was ignited. That spark became a flame after volunteer experiences with Planned Parenthood of Arizona, given my interest in women's studies. Then, through sheer luck and community ties, I began volunteering at the Banner Alzheimer's Institute. This would lead to 3 years of experience working in Alzheimer's disease research and an interest in pursuing a career in geriatrics. Another fork in the road. The University of Arizona College of Medicine down in Tucson has been in existence for over 40 years at that time. Though clinical education and rotations here in Phoenix had existed for quite a while. But the current 4-year curriculum was new. It was just beginning. And this is where I wanted to train. Though fate would not have it yet, as I was not accepted on my first attempt. And this is where I experienced not only the hard lesson of defeat, but also how to ask for help. Tip number 3, use your resources. I reached out to the Dean of Admissions, requesting feedback and advice. How can I improve? What to do next? This allowed me to devise a plan and steps to carry out in my perseverance, which proved to be successful as I matriculated in the following year. Though the shiny new wonders of the human body and all its physiology were quickly tarnished when I failed my first block exam. And this hit hard. It was a wake-up call for me. I needed help. I needed unwavering support from my friends and family, also known as my village, which continues to this day. I also needed learning and educational resources. I met with my block director, who reviewed the more challenging material with me, who directed me to the learning specialists on campus. And with their help, I was able to implement a study plan and a schedule that worked with my life, having 2 children and a husband working 2 jobs. They provided me with note-taking tools and exam prep routines and test-taking strategies. All these tactics remained critical when I struggled with the anatomy block and yet another exam failure. This time I needed additional tutoring and hours in the anatomy lab after typical hours. You may be wondering why I was asked to be here today after all of these failures. It is not to dissuade you, I hope, but hopefully to demonstrate resilience, something I know you have because you're sitting here today. I came to this college because of the community I saw being built and wanted to be a part of that development. By engaging with the resources offered and growing my relationships with this medical community, I was not only able to successfully complete the MD program, but also the Master's in Public Health in my 4 short years here on campus. After struggles in the classroom, it was quite a relief to find success at the bedside. I excelled in my clinical years and became a resource myself on campus. I was tapped to participate in this committee or that, reviewing blocks and curriculum, serving on the admissions committee, leading student interest groups. I continue with similar things to this day. The community engagement was also extended to my family. I will never forget running into the dean at the time while I was changing a diaper on the back of my car after breastfeeding in between classes. His encouragement prompted family and partner support programs that continue today. My children also served as standardized patients in the doctoring course, and our whole family played actors in a music video created by several of my classmates and our amazing media team. Though I did not sing, no one wants that. I did, though, play an OBGYN, because it was in those clinical years that I found my true calling in women's health. After completing medical school and my master's, I was lucky enough to match into our residency program, then known as Banner Good Samaritan, and now Banner University Medical Center, Phoenix. Those next 4 years would nurture my curiosity, expand my skills, and open the door for further opportunity here within the college. After residency, I had the privilege of joining our program as clinical faculty, where I'm now an associate clinical professor. Teaching at the bedside and working with you, residents, and our fellows is a great joy and a tremendous challenge. You keep me on my toes. Your curiosity and keen eye, your thirst for knowledge, and your clinical observations are really critical for our success. In training, I witnessed a really excellent role model, the type of clinician that I would want to take care of myself or a family member, while also educating a whole team of learners. He taught me that to be a good consultant to our colleagues and an educator to you, that you must have all A's. Here's tip number 4, the A's. Be able, approachable, and available. Having clinical ability is about the skills and knowledge that you're going to gain throughout your medical career. Approachability and availability have more to do with the attitudes that we convey to those around us. No one wants to ask clinical questions of the surgeon who throws things in the OR, and no one can seek the value of your input if you are not available to them. I work towards these A's every day, though I often come up short. While working alongside you and our residents, I developed an interest in medical education. This led to my role as the Associate Program Director, as discussed before, and now the Program Director. I continue to work closely with you in your clerkship years. Another fork in my road. I spoke earlier about nonlinear paths and lifelong learning, which brings me to tip number 5. Follow your passions. My clinical passion for women's health has not changed, but my focus has. Many of us in healthcare are type A, and we want to be good at everything. And I am here to tell you, we can do anything we put our minds to, but we cannot do everything, at least not simultaneously. I had to learn this the hard way by reaching a point of burnout. I had taken on too much while maintaining my partnership of 20 years and raising 2 teenage boys, caring for ailing parents and patients, and staying connected with my village, both personal and professional. For me, resilience took the form of a shift in clinical focus to GYN only and pursuit of further training. I've always had an interest in holistic care. Therefore, I am completing the Integrative Medicine Fellowship through the Andrew Weil Center of Integrative Medicine down in Tucson. I also remain in my clinical and academic and administrative roles here at the college and at Banner. In my many years of experience with this institution, I have seen tremendous change and growth. New buildings, people, curriculum, departments, and programs, all built upon a foundation of long-standing clinical excellence, a commitment to education, and service to this community. Change is hard, but through change we grow. Growth is uncomfortable, but it's the only way that we learn and move forward. So in summary, I promise I will finish. As you move forward with your new white coats, remember, snacks, seek mentorship, use your resources, aim for all A's, and follow your passions. Be kind to yourself and one another. The road is long and uphill. Your journey will be marked by your willingness to persevere through challenge, just as much as it will be by your innate strengths and successes. You will create lifelong friendships with those that you're sitting next to, and you will enrich this community. So with that, we are honored to have you join our family. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Saunders, for those inspiring words and inspiring our students. Please accept this token of our appreciation from the College of Medicine. It is now my privilege to introduce to you our class of 2028 White Coat Ceremony keynote speaker, Dr. Michael Kupferman. Dr. Kupferman is a Senior Vice President of the Physician Enterprise and President of Banner University Medical Division. He joined Banner Health, our primary clinical partner, more than a year ago after a distinguished career with MD Anderson Cancer Center. He obtained his medical degree from the Perelman School of Medicine at the University of Pennsylvania and completed his residency in otolaryngology, head and neck surgery at the Hospital of the University of Pennsylvania, also known as HUP. Dr. Kupferman completed a fellowship in advanced head and neck surgical oncology at MD Anderson Cancer Center. He was recruited to the fellowship by his mentor, Randy Weber, a faculty member whom he first met while a third-year medical student at Perelman School of Medicine. Never underestimate the value of mentorship. In his role, Dr. Kupferman aligns Banner's medical groups to advance value-based care, grow health service lines, and support academic medicine. He is a tremendous advocate for our college. He has been instrumental in helping us increase our class size and expand our residency programs. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Kupferman.
I wish my mom were here to hear that. Thank you, that was great. One other tip, don't forget your white coat, okay? Just teasing, that's just a little point there. All right, well, good afternoon. Distinguished faculty, proud family members, and most importantly, the exceptional medical students at the University of Arizona College of Medicine, Phoenix. Dean Wandesford, thank you for the tremendous honor to speak here today. Before I begin, I want to acknowledge some facts I learned about the class of 2028 that are worth celebrating. First, this is the largest class in the college's history, with over 130 students, many of whom come from right here in the state of Arizona. Second, compared to other previous classes, this class has demonstrated the highest academic performance based upon MCAT scores, overall GPA, and science GPA metrics. Really impressive. And third, this is the college's most diverse class, with 60% representing various dimensions of diversity, and 1 in 4 come from backgrounds underrepresented in medicine. Incredibly impressive. I have no doubt that all of you will be successful. You bring unique and valuable perspectives that will enhance the care you will one day provide, hopefully here in the state of Arizona. It's really an honor to be here and witness this significant milestone in your journeys to become healers, scientists, and innovators. You're privileged to be joining a profession that touches all of humanity in a manner that no other field can or ever will. The impact that each of you will personally make on the world around you is immeasurable. As you embark on this path of education and training, there are 3 key attributes that you should aspire to maintain throughout your medical education and beyond. Number 1, curiosity. Number 2, discipline. And 3, compassion. These are the attributes that will help you achieve success in your medical training and in your careers as physicians. Curiosity is the driving force behind medical innovation and excellence. It propels us to ask questions, seek answers, and remain perpetually open to learning. Many of you chose medicine because of your love of science, like myself, and a desire to understand the fundamentals of biology, nature, and life. And in this rapidly evolving field, your curiosity will be your most potent tool. It will drive you to explore beyond the obvious, to delve into the unknown, and to continually expand your understanding. Every great discovery in the practice of medicine began with a question. Nurture your curiosity. Your experiences with your patients will force you to question long-held dogmas and seek to understand why. The hospital, clinic, and operating room are your laboratories. When I was a medical student, I was fascinated by the finding that certain cancers only spread to the lymph nodes, but rarely to other organs. And that single observation led me into my specialty of otolaryngology, following my mentor down to Houston, which I never thought I would travel to really spend time as a career in an early stage of my career as a surgeon scientist, studying the biological behaviors of lymphatic metastasis in the laboratory, and in my patients as well, and through clinical trials, constantly looking for new ways to minimize difficult treatments and provide more effective cures. Ask questions. It will lead you to life-changing breakthroughs that can change medicine for decades and potentially cure a life-threatening disease. Discipline is the backbone of your journey in medicine. There's a great deal to ingest, a new language to learn, and on many days you will feel like you're drinking from a fire hose. But this focus on learning and consistency is what got all of us here today, perseverance and discipline. While many of our classmates were out Friday and Saturday nights partying, we were in the lab studying, or at least I was, finishing my organic chemistry homework or studying for the MCAT. Maintain that drive and use it to focus on becoming the most knowledgeable physician that you can. Learn from each other and recognize that there is an unending body of literature to read. We have all felt overwhelmed by the sheer volume of information to be learned, so make sure to support each other on this journey. This is what will sustain you through the long hours of study, the intense clinical rotations, and the inevitable challenges that you will face in this profession. Discipline is more than just hard work. It's about consistency, perseverance, humility, and a commitment to excellence. Don't leave before you review those tests. Perform that final postoperative check on a recently operated patient, and make sure to call your colleague about a clinical concern. It may keep you in the hospital an extra hour, but it will save lives. And lastly, compassion is the heart of medicine, and this is what this white coat ceremony is all about. Keeping healthcare human, caring for and treating people, not conditions or symptoms. Your knowledge, commitment, and outcomes will be extremely important, but never lose that compassion. Patients are going to turn to you in their most vulnerable moments, during times fueled by fear and uncertainty. They're going to look to you for answers, and they will assume that you have them. Your ability to deliver solutions and put their minds at ease will hinge on your capacity to do so with empathy and understanding. You must see the person and the family behind the diagnosis. The sage advice of Sir William Osler, widely regarded as the father of modern medicine, has been ingrained into the minds of all of us who went through medical school over the last 150 years. Listen closely to your patient, as they will tell you the diagnosis. I will append that to say that you need to listen to their family members as well, and your empathetic words and behaviors will build the trust that they seek in their physicians. The white coat that you don today is more than a symbol of your entry into the medical profession. It's a pledge to uphold the highest standards of ethics and excellence. It will also be your daily reminder to remain curious, disciplined, and compassionate. You're stepping into a tradition that dates back centuries, a tradition rooted in service and sacrifice. This moment signifies your commitment to learning and growth, to the pursuit of knowledge, and contributing to the best possible outcomes of your future patients. The weight of this coat is light, yet it carries the immense responsibility of the trust that society places in you. That trust is a formidable responsibility that we do not and should not take lightly. It takes most of us months to years to choose a lifelong partner, but sheer minutes for a patient to trust you with their life, to operate on them or treat them with a potentially dangerous drug. Remember that this code is not a shield, but a promise to be present, to listen, and to understand. And in the years ahead, you will encounter triumphs and trials, moments of profound joy, and at times, deep sorrow. Your patients will make you laugh, your patients will make you smile, and they will also make you cry. And there will be days when you want to go home and just hug your partner, or thank your parents, or kiss your children. There will be late nights filled with study and early mornings spent in the relentless pursuit of skill and understanding. But through it all, let your compassion guide you. The essence of medicine lies not just in the treatments and diagnoses, but in the human connections that you will all forge with your teachers, your peers, those you are sitting next to, and most importantly, your patients. They will impart lessons that no textbook can ever convey. You are all here today because of your hard work, determination, and unwavering support of those who believe in you, and they are sitting back here in the audience. Cherish this moment and let it fuel your resolve. You are all the future of medicine, and that future is indeed bright. There is no more exciting time to embark on your career than now. Look at the world around you: artificial intelligence, cellular therapies, robotic surgery, telemedicine, novel drugs that rewire the brain and the body and maybe even help you lose some weight. None of these existed 30 years ago when I started medical school, and yet there is more for us to do. Being here is particularly meaningful to me. In a few weeks, I will be attending my daughter's white coat ceremony in Dallas, Texas, and I understand deeply the multi-year journey that your families have undertaken and invested to accompany you here today. And so parents, siblings, and partners, I congratulate you for helping achieve your loved one's goal of becoming a doctor. You too are part of this lifelong path. I look forward to welcoming you into Banner Hospitals as you pursue your medical degree, and I hope you will consider continuing your journey after graduation right here at one of our outstanding residency programs offered through the thriving partnership between Banner Health and the University of Arizona. Congratulations, class of 2028. Here's to the beginning of your extraordinary journey. Thank you.
So, thank you for the very insightful words to our students. I might add, on a personal note, I've had to sit through a lot of white coat speeches, both as a faculty member and as a parent. These are pretty good speeches. Now it is my pleasure to ask Dr. Renita Sharma, Executive Vice Dean of our college, to begin the presentation of the white coats to our class of 2028. So now's your turn coming, all right? Renita actually joined me about 5 months ago, so you're in for a treat. Renita?
Today is an exciting day for our students and for our college. I'm honored to be here to participate in presenting these students with their very first white coat. On behalf of the faculty, may I say that we're excited to welcome you as students into our profession. We take our roles as mentors and teachers most seriously. We are here to ensure that your foundation in medicine and humanism are very strong. Both are essential to being a great physician. And for the loved ones in the audience, this day is as much for you, so please don't be bashful. We want to hear you proudly cheer on the start of a life-changing journey for your students. My colleagues, Dr. Glenn Fogarty, Dr. Stephanie Briney, Dean Francisco Lucio, will call the students forward. Drs. Grimaldi and Alexandraki and I have the honor of coding the class of 2028. Dr. Fogarty, will you kindly come forward?
Good afternoon, everybody. I have the pleasure of co-directing the first block of medical school training, Introduction to Medicine, we call it ITM, with Dr. Brenda Shinar. I knew we had an outstanding candidates coming through this year, and we couldn't wait to get going and be at this moment right now today. But now we've got to know this class a little bit better, and we know truly you all belong. So I can tell you we have a great group of tremendous future physicians. So with that, I think it's time we get going. So Dr. Sharma, Alexandraki, and Grimaldi, would you please step forward to do the honors of coding these medical students. Students, will you please stand up, start moving over, and we will start the white coat ceremony. Are we ready? That's what we want to hear. Our first one, Cora Addy. Muhammad Saad Hadef Aladali. Fatima Al-Zahari. Arad Arastef. Rebecca Avila. Griffin Azrak. Danielle Iris Bartolome. Shake hands. Sarah Bedor. Shaylin Vera. Sean Bueller. Congrats, buddy. It's not easy, guys, just so you know. Pressure's on right now. Nolan Bradley. Tyler Brady. Noah Carr. Tristan Carver. Katia Ceneseros. Abhi Chandra Sakran. Tyler Chinyere. Gurkaran Shatala. It helps if it's unbuttoned. Wyatt Coman. London Commune. Danny Contreras. Caitlin Durning. Cole Elsner. Michelle Eneby. Miriam Always. Julie Fan. Luke Fernando. That was a good cheering section. Anya Ferris. Alexandra Gall. Aranza Garcia. Abigail Gensler. Alex Gilchrist. Natasha Gill. Congratulations. Andrew Gatgo. Okay, everybody else make sure your jacket's unbuttoned. Frank Guerrero. Samara Hanna. Brigham Harris. Ryan Hassan. Courtney Hadicki. Trevor Helton. Karina Ho. Alexander Huang. Congrats. Naomi Hudson. Rima Iqbal. Annie Ja. Dr. Briney, would you please step forward to announce the next group of students?
Gladly. Thank you. Katrina Gia. Ege Kasira. Irene Joe. Logan Kenny. Maya Kazi. Chase Kilpack. Annabelle Kim. Hannah Kirsch. Jacob Coster. Jillian Quo. Kriti Lalwani. Allison Lane. Christian Lapointe. Kimberly Larson. Kalissa Lee Choi. Michael Lee. Ethan Lindberg. Sage Liu. Hannah Lynch. Shayna Mattern. Raven Mangundayao. Christina Martologu. Jonah Mayers. David Moreno. Alireza Musavi. Grace Moon. Sophie Wynn. Bryce Palmer. Taryn Perez. Hayes Platt. Arina Purikova. Ritika Ravindran. McKenna Rich. David Rincon. Sean Ritzby. Tristan Joseph Rubio. Jerry Ruvalcaba. Anton Sachs. Vikrambir Sani. John Misha Maverick Samante. Tanner Sandberg. Matt Sandoval. Alex Shotsky Lumpkin. Daniel Schwartz. Antonella Saman. Dean Lucio, would you please step forward to announce the final group of students?
Ryan Shariari. Samuel Shapiro. Noah Shulkin. Ashwin Sibi. Anjali Sirilan. Jennifer Smetanik. McKenna Smith. Lisette Solis. Joseph Spear. Matthew Steed. Reese Stover. Sumita Tarimeti. Kevin Tang. Evan Tanawitrier. Ariana Tillman. Ryan Tingle. Peter Troiano. Gabriel Tai. Ariana Toomey. Juliana Urquizu Campana. Randall Uyeda. Lynette Regina Valencia. Jackson Van Landingham. Amy Vansdadia. Kira Vaughn. Shayla Vo. Kinsley Wang. Stephen Wei. Rachel Weissman. Karina Williams. Nathan Juan. Linda Wu. Rose Zach. Gabriel Zadrali. Janan Zhang. Jasmine Zhang. No, Janelle. Moya Zhang. Josh Z. Carissa Zhu. Last and certainly not least, Tomer Zilberstein. Let's give these students another round of applause.
Since the inaugural oath of our first class, the students from each class have composed their own oath to signify the journey ahead. The class of 2028 has spent the last several days crafting their collective vision and mission into a statement of commitments they will make as physicians and leaders to the community that they serve. Continuing this tradition, students, please rise and share the oath you have written as the class of 2028. Thank you, students. Please be seated. Well, before we close, I'm going to go off script for a second, okay? So, I noticed three things. First of all, some stethoscopes had a red ribbon and some had a blue. Do you think that has any significance? I was thinking, are we doing a test here? Yeah, those are our UA colors, right? So don't get worried that we're trying to put you in groups, or we like the red ones better than the blue ones, or the blue ones better than the red ones. That's the first thing. The second thing is, I remember with the last name of W at the end, I had to wait a long time to get my white coat. So for all of you at the end of the alphabet, I commiserate with you, okay? The third thing that I think is important is it's really good to be on the receiving end of the white coat, but also to be up on stage with you, getting the white coat and being able to share the stethoscope. So the last thing I'll tell you is I was thinking, you know, I need a new stethoscope and I have a white coat. Maybe I could take the white coat off and kind of cycle around. But alas, there was only 130 stethoscopes, so we ran out, so it wasn't going to work. So, on behalf of the college and everyone here, I want to thank you for sharing your class oath from your heart. This oath, you'll have to repeat at your graduation ceremony in 4 years. And I'm confident that you will have an even richer meaning at that time than it does today. Students, I want you to know that the College of Medicine Phoenix family, the city of Phoenix, and the communities that we serve are all eager to get to know you, to work with you, and to assist you in your educational journey. You are the future of our profession. Congratulations, class of 2028. This is your new beginning. In closing, I would like to thank Dr. Saunders and Kupferman for contributing so eloquently to our ceremony. Thank you also to the admissions and student services and marketing and communication teams, among many others, for their contribution to create this memorable occasion. To our honored guests in the audience, thank you again for supporting these young physicians in training. Welcome to medicine, class of 2028.